Hi everyone, welcome to Thursday Live. My name is Jenny Knight and I am an Independent Stampinup Demonstrator from Melbourne in Australia. How are you all going? Hope you've had a great week. It's been a great one here. I'm a little bit sad though because I'm not on stage. I was unable to get there, so I'm feeling a little bit, having a bit of FOMO at the moment. I'm missing out on being there, but anyway, I am here with you, so that is making a huge difference for me. So that helps me being with you. So yeah, thank you all for joining me. Okay, I shall pop on to my Facebook page and see if anyone's popping on. Okay, let me have a look. Jenny's Card Creations, come on. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. There we go. All right. Gotcha. All right, I'm not frozen for a change. Hello there, Kayla. How are you? It's sad, isn't it? We couldn't get on stage. I was the same as you. I'm really having FOMO. I bet you are too. It's just been amazing what they've come up so far there just in one day. It's crazy, isn't it? Hey, Kathy. Hey, Danny. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Anne. How are you all going? Okay, tonight I thought we'd do something a little bit different. When I cut out cutting cuppers last week and I got the kits out, I forgot about Easter. And I thought by the time we go back, it'll be Easter. So I got out the Easter basket bundle and started playing with that. So we're going to be playing with that tonight. So I thought maybe you might need some ideas for an Easter gift box. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight, is an Easter gift box. Okay, so yeah, Easter's not far away. It's only, what, 3 weeks? I don't know. I'm not in Easter mind at the moment. I'm in wedding mind at the moment. I am, I think apparently it's only 6 weeks to the wedding. So my son's getting married then. So I'm sort of got my mind focused on that and not on Easter. So it's just springing up on me. And I see the photos around there. Yeah, I'm hanging out and I'm hoping and crossing my fingers it's going to be in Melbourne next year. Kayla, I am too. It's hard, isn't it? Really, really hard, especially when I was going to be recognised this year again as top demonstrator. So anyway, it is what it is, isn't it? Hey, Colleen. Hey, Lillian. Hey, Joan. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kay. Yeah, so thank you guys for all popping on. It's just nice to have some company. Like Kayla and I, we were unable to get to on stage. So it's just, yeah. It's just hard. So it was great to be with you all today with my Stampin' Up family. So there we go. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, we are going to be doing the Easter basket bundle, but I'm not doing a card tonight. I'm doing a what it's called is Accordion gift box card as such. Accordion gift box card. I have seen it from a French lady, and yes, it was very challenging because she spoke in French. So, and then the other one is from Sam Calcott, which you know I absolutely love her work. And so what I've done is combined a little bit of the French lady and a little bit of Sam Calcott tonight. So to make it my own. There you go. So Sam Calcott, you will find her on YouTube, and same with the French lady who did I write her name down? Yvette plus Dames. If you look that on YouTube, it's all in French though. I'm just warning you now, it's all in French. Okay. But there you go. You can sort of work it out what she does. So anyway, there we go. So that's what we're doing tonight. Yes, Glenda, I wish I was on stage, and unfortunately I couldn't get there. It's a very, very busy time of the year for our business. So unfortunately, yeah, I'm gutted. I couldn't be there. Hello there, Corrine. Hello there, Doris and Renee. How are you both going? I'm going to show you before we get into making this accordion box card. We did some card swaps. So with Card and Cuppa, I have a group that is affiliated from Card and Cuppa for people that want to do card swaps. Now, I meant to show you this last week, and I got off and I thought, oh, I knew I forgot to do something. So what it was is there's a few people on there that like to do card swaps, and I participated in this one. I usually don't participate in all of them because it depends how busy I am with classes and cutting kits and things like that. So yeah, so the challenge, Pauline, one of my team members, Pauline, runs it, and the challenge had to be red, and it had to be a pop out. It had to be red and had to be a pop out. Well, can I just say I found it challenging, and I didn't think I would because red's my favourite colour. The pop out was no problem. It was the red. That was my problem, not making it look Valentine's-y and not making it look Christmassy. So I'm going to show you what everyone else came up with. There were 8 of us all together, 7 of us that I set out to. And I want to show you and share with you what they all came up with. I thought they did a great job. So this is from my Card and Cuppa group, just some people that wanted to form a group and do card swaps. Okay, so I'm going to pop you over. Okay. Just going to pop you in a little bit there. Hello there, Vicky and Julie. Hello. Yeah, Corinne, I love Sam Calcott. I absolutely love all her stuff. She does majority of cutesy, and I am so there because cutesy is my thing. Hello there, Maureen. You couldn't get there either. It would have been a fair hike for you because you would have had to go to the United States, wouldn't you, from Canada? So that would have been, yeah, pretty pricey too. Okay, so I'm just going to go through one by one. Now, some of you are on here and some of you aren't, but can I apologise in advance? I have got these mixed up, so I really don't know who's done what. I have forgotten. I think I've got nearly everyone, but I don't know. So if I get it wrong, I apologise in advance. This one I know is from Lee Cleland, and her pop out was this. I think this stamp set's in the annual catalogue, and this was her pop up. Isn't it cute? I think there's a die that does this, which was always on my hit list. And then the mini catalogue came out, didn't it? And then I forgot all about the annual. Does that happen to you? You forget about the annual as soon as the mini comes out? Because that happens to me all the time. But I'm telling you now, there will be no longer a annual catalogue anymore. We are now going to be doing 3 mini catalogues a year. So I'm actually happy about that because I forget about the poor old annual catalogue. So there we go. This is her pop out with the beautiful flowers. So that was from Lee. Okay, the next one I don't know. So I am so sorry. This one here. Oh, I think this is Donna Staines. This is from Donna Staines, I think. If I'm wrong, yell out. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So we've got that, and then it opens up to that pop out. There's a lot of work in that. Isn't it gorgeous? Everyone came up with something different, and it just blew me away. I think this one's from Jenny Robinson. I'm pretty sure it was Jen. And this one just folds out like so. Does it go? Hang on. Goes out like that. Is that right? No, I think I've got that wrong. My gosh, I've made one of these before, and I should get it right, shouldn't I? Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Oh my gosh. Oh no, hang on. I think I've got this wrong. I have made one of these a long time ago, years ago. I know it goes in like so. Or maybe it goes in like... All right, I think it goes in like that. Jen, if I've got this wrong, I do apologise. And I think I have because this is supposed to go this way towards me. But it's a pop out. And I'm pretty sure I've got that wrong. So, Jen, I'm really sorry. Yeah, so that is pretty cool. But I know I've got it wrong. This one here, I think, is from Trudy, who is one of my team members who is out on stage at the moment. This is Trudy's. It goes like this, and it pops out like so. Isn't that cool? that is cool. I haven't ever made one of these, so it has to be on my hit list. So that, she did pretty well there. That was really great. This one is from Kaz Turnbull. And hopefully I have got this right as well. I think that's right. Okay, I think that's it. And then it pops out like so. Isn't that pretty? That is pretty. I love that. I love that swirly paper. And can I tell you, I don't think I hardly used it. Isn't that dreadful? But I love it. Pretty. Okay. And this one is from Pauline. Helen, I don't know if yours is still with me. I think my husband still must have that one. So sorry, Helen. This is from Pauline. She loves the gears and the cogs, and she's incorporated it in this challenge. So isn't that great? Look at all the texture that she's done here. I love it. And obviously the bling or the hello, that goes without saying for me. But isn't that cool? Great guy card. Really good. Okay, so the last one is mine. And like I said, I found that quite challenging. So this is mine here. Okay, and then it just pops out like so. And it sits like that. So that was mine. So I did a bit of watercolouring. I'm not very good at watercolouring, so they were my guinea pigs. So I practiced on them. So that was mine. There we go. So I think we might do this in a live sometime, because I actually had a ball making this fun fold, but not what I've done here, obviously, but we might do that at some stage, and I'll share with you all the measurements and things like that. So there we go. That was our challenge. We do the challenge once every 3 months, so I'm looking forward to the next one. Not sure if I will be able to get onto it. Yeah, so there we go. That was our challenge, and I had lots of fun doing that. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Aren't they great, Carla? I think everyone did an amazing job, and everything was different. I'm just amazed by how different everyone was. Hey, Lillian, how are you? Okay, so tonight, as I was saying, we are going to be doing an accordion gift box card. That's what I'm calling it. I can't really remember what it was called. So I'm going to be reading the measurements out as we go. Have I got a spare one for you? I started making one and I changed my mind and I thought, no, we're going to do Easter. Okay, so I have started one earlier with the new designer series paper. This is it here, not finished. There's no base on here or anything, but this is what it's supposed to do, okay? And this sits on a base, okay, and it sits like so. Okay, these are two little gift boxes in here. So what I thought tonight was we could fill these up with little Easter eggs. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how to make one of these. Can I tell you, it is so simple. I was surprised by myself. Very, very simple. So we're going to do a base and everything. That was just a start of one, and then I thought, nah, I'm going to finish it tonight, and we're going to do one with you all. Okay, so I have made one box. You need 2 boxes. I have made one box because I thought you don't want to sit here and see me do 2 boxes with exactly the same thing. So we need another box. So you're looking at 6.5 by 6.5. Guys, I'm in inches. I know a lot of you are going to be happy I'm in inches. The French lady was in centimeters, and I thought, yay. But can I tell you, by the time I got through it, I thought, oh my gosh, this is simpler. Pardon me, to do it in inches. So we are doing 6.5 by 6.5 inches, which I have already done for you. And then we're going to be scoring. And yes, I know I do my trimmer backwards, but that's just the way I was originally taught. Oh my goodness, look at who you're all on tonight. There's a lot of you. I didn't think there'd be many on here. I thought you'd be all on stage. Hello, Karen. Welcome. Yeah, so Glenda, yes, it is different. It's been on my radar to do for a while, and I thought, nah, tonight's tonight. We're just going to incorporate Easter, because I'm in Easter mode, because in a few weeks I won't even be thinking about Easter. I'll be thinking about wedding. Hey, Justina, how are you? Okay, so we are going to be scoring at 2 inches, then 3 inches, and then 5 and 6 inches. 5 and 6. I got a new stand, and I wish I got it because then I could easily put my trimmer further out, but I keep forgetting to set it up. We're going to turn it around, and we're going to go 1 inch, 5, and then 6. All right, so there are all your score lines. Now, I think you're probably going to have a hard time seeing all that. So I've got my little guinea pig here. This is what I do when I have retired cardstock. I use them as my my protos. So this is what I just scored, okay? And this is what we're going to be cutting out. Because I thought, well, it's white. You're not going to be able to really see properly what I am doing here. So with this one, it might give you a bit of an idea. Okay, so let's just fold all these score lines. The thing I love is fun folds and 3D. That's what I absolutely love doing. And yeah, so I'm in my happy space here at the moment doing one of these. I do love making cards, but 3D projects and fun folds are my absolute favorite thing to do. Okay, so I don't know if you can properly see that, but I'm going to turn it the way this is so you can see the score lines. Okay? All right, so we are first of all going to go and do this side here first. Okay? This is the easy side. That's simple, but there's just more you've got to chop off. Okay, so we're just going to cut down each score line. These score lines, we're just cutting down to the next score line. Okay, and I'm just going to fold that a little bit so I can see. It's dark. So I didn't plan on this, as in I thought, oh my gosh, it's dark. I can't see. Okay, so I've done those ones. I've got that down further. All right, we're going to turn it around, and can you see this? Oh, actually, I'm going to do this one. All right, can you see this flap here? I don't want it. So we're just going to cut slightly at an angle on the next thing. So this is where we're going to be joining our box together, okay? So we need all the rest of these. So with this one here, we're just going to tidy this up a little bit so it's nice and tidy when we put it together. So we're just going to just taper that a little bit. And then this side. Okay, just to make it nice and tidy. Okay? So that's what that should look like, and that's what we've got. Okay? All right, so they're going to turn it around now. I'm going to go on to the other side. Okay, so this one we're going to go cut all the way down to the second score line. Okay? And we're going to do that for the others as well. This is so simple. I've made a few of these now, and I can't see the score line here. Sorry about that. I'm just going to fold that a little bit. There we go. Now I can see. Once you've done a few of the, well, one of these, you will realize, oh my gosh, this is so simple. And it looks like you're really clever because it looks like it's a hard thing, but it's so not. Okay. We're going to do the same as what we did on this side. We don't need this piece, all right? So again, we're going to go on an angle like so. All right? So this is our glue piece. We're going to put our glue on, and that's where we're going to join our box together. Okay, we don't need this and we don't need this. So we're just going to chop this one off. All right? And then we're going to fold that up, and we're going to do the same for this one. All right. And then we actually don't need this piece. All right, so we're going to chop that off completely, and then we're done. We're just going to put it all together. Okay. You could do this with your trimmer if you wanted to. I just thought it'd be easy for you to see what I'm doing cutting instead of using a trimmer. There we go. So, does our box look the same? It better. Yes, it does. Okay, so that's how we do it. All right. Let's get rid of these pieces out of the way. Okay, let's put this together. So just grab our glue and we are just going to place that on the outside. And we're just going to fold that over. Oh, I didn't do that one. There we go. Fold that over like so. Okay. Okay. Pretty good. We're good so far. Okay. All right. So this is going to be the top of our lid. This is the bottom bit. So we're just going to fold this over. Now, this is a cosmetic thing. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I want to make sure this piece is the last to be folded over because this is going to be shown. It's just a cosmetic thing. If you had it going this way and it looked like that's the way I want it to go. Having that going to the back because I want that nice join nice and tidy. But if you did it the other way and you had it this way, it doesn't matter. It's just a cosmetic thing. It's not going to upset the box or anything like that. Okay, so let's fold this in. Now make sure I do the right thing after telling you what not to do. Okay, I'm just going to fold the end bit facing me in, and then I'm just going to place some glue on here and on here, and they're just going to be folded over like so. And then we're just going to fold this piece over like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to sit it down like that. The reason I don't put those two tiny little pieces in first is because, again, it's a cosmetic thing. When you're looking in there, it looks nice and tidy, doesn't it? All right, I'm just going to make sure that's nicely joined together. Hello there, Esther. How are you? And then we're just going to fold that over, and that should go in. Now, can you see? This happens to me a lot, and it'll happen to you too. Can you see how it doesn't completely go in? So what we're going to do is we're just going to do what we did before, and we're just going to taper just slightly, the edges just slightly. Okay? And get them not crooked. And then that will go in nicely, and it should be snug like mine is. There we go. So we've got our box going. Hey there, Rose. How are you? Okay. So there's our box. Now, if I had a small punch, I would probably put a little punch, a round punch here to make it easier for people to open up, but I don't have any of that small. And, you know, I can get into it easily. It's fine. Okay. All right. So there's our box. So we just got this designer series paper now from the Easter. I'm just going to quickly show you that. It's actually pretty cool. It's very different. It's quite thick, and it has a shine, a sheen to it, a gloss over it. I'm just going to get one out and show you. This is a new packet. So, if you can see, we've got a bit of a shine here to it. I know, so you can see that. But it's quite thick. It's not the thickness of a normal designer series paper. So, I'm just going to show you the different pages of this. So, I reckon it's good. This is great for boxes, everyone. So great for boxes. Again, if you were doing a basket or something like that, there's a really good one here for baskets. I think this one, you could just make one card out of all this and put the little characters on if you wanted to. I am using this one tonight, as you can see. That's where it is. I've got that from. I love the gingham, sort of like gingham, isn't it? And then we have this one here. And then on the other side, this is cute. Look at these. Now, this doesn't have to be Easter. I mean, I look at this and I see baby cards as well. Or anything, really. There's our Easter eggs. And on the other side, I think it was the other side. Yes, it was this one. Look at this. You can make a basket out of this. It's got the basket weave on there, which is really good. And in the dies, I've actually got a basket that you can make up. All right. This is it here. You got the stamp set. I'm using this little bunny tonight. And this little guy here and some carrots. Obviously, they've got to have some carrots. It's a bunny. And this is the die set I was telling you about. This is a really cool die set. This is the basket, and you've got these little... You've probably already seen this before. You can see I haven't got this one out because I haven't played with this. You can actually make up these little panels, and these are slits, and you can actually weave your designer series paper through that. So that's where I feel the paper that I showed you before that has that weave is really cool for that. It would be really good. Okay, so it gives you a nice authentic basket. Okay, so we're not going to use them at the moment. We're going to go back to continuing making up our box. So I have cut these out to make up the box. Now, you will need 2 of each. Obviously, tonight I am only using 1 because I've already made one. So this one here is going on the front of our box. It is 3 7/8 by 1 7/8. So it's 3 7/8 by 1 7/8. You'll need 2 of them. This one and this one. You see, I'm already ahead of you. I've already done it. So I'm just making sure I put this on the right way too. And that is going to go on there like so. Now with this one here, I don't know. I find I need a bit more glue because it's a bit of a thicker surface than what I normally would need for designer series paper. If those of you who've got this, have you found that? If you've used this. I've never used designer series paper like this before, mind you. I've only been doing this for 5 years. But I just find with this one, you need a little bit more glue. All right, so we just placed it on that one. And then the next one is going to be these tiny ones. Again, you'll need 2 for each box, 1 for each box, 1 7/8 by 7/8. So 1 7/8 by 7/8. And that is just going to go on the top. Kayla, haven't you got this one? Oh my gosh, I thought you would have this. That's what I said. The first thing I saw it, I was in the mini catalogue, and the first I saw it, and I thought, no, because I'm a sucker for cutesy. And I held out as long as I could. And then I thought, oh my gosh, Easter's coming. I've got to get this before Easter. So, and we're using it for card and cuppa too, so that's another reason why I got it as well. All right, now, the next one is 7/8 by 3 7/8. You need 2 of those again, but again, I've already used 1. Now, you will need 1 on one side and 1 on the other side, okay? As you can see, where's my demo? That's it here, all right? 1 on one side, 1 on the other side. Okay, so let's put that on. On this side. If I did it wrong and I did it on the other side, it doesn't matter. I just have to make another one because you're not going to see it. So it doesn't really matter, but I just didn't want to waste paper. Okay, so we've got our boxes. Can I tell you, the boxes are the hardest thing to do, and you can see how easy those boxes are. Simple as. All right, let's do the concertina one. Okay, I don't think I cut them out. I didn't. Okay, we're going to be using Shy Shamrock tonight, and can I tell you, Shy Shamrock is disappearing. So it was really nice to be able to get it out and use it, because that's what is in the designer series paper, Shy Shamrock. And that's what I love, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have normally used it. Wouldn't be my go-to. So let's grab our trimmer. So we're going to need 2 of these, and apologies, I meant to do 2 or 1 of them, so you wouldn't have to watch me doing this again twice. But yeah, I forgot, so I'm sorry about that. So this is a concertina. We need to go to 11 inches, all right? So going to 11 inches, and we are just going to cut that 11 inches. And we're going to go to 4 inches. All right, so you need 2 of these. So I'm just going to cut 2. 2. So this is where we're going to make a concerto, I can't say it, concerto card, the middle bit, the fan, whatever you like to call it. Now, these are very easy score lines to remember. Any chance measurement? Did I miss something? I missed something. I just saw a comment just there, not sure where that came from. Maybe it was just flicking up from an old live, I don't know. Anyway, okay, so with this one's so simple, everyone. We are just going to go every inch. All right, get your cutter out of the way. We're going to go 1, 2, we're going up to 10. And unfortunately, I have to do it twice. 3, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. All right, and then we're going to do the same again. Okay, so you just need 1 A4 sheet of paper for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. There we go. All right. Done. All right, so we're just going to mountain, valley, mountain. I'm going to do that for all of them. Are they is this your favourite? Do you know what my favourite is? Was Petunia Pop. That was my favourite. I'm going to be sad when that goes. These are great, these in colours, aren't they? I must admit, I think I used majority of them all except for Peach Pie. Probably not as much as this one. This Peach Pie was the least, and then it came to Shy Shamrock. Summer Splash was my go-to when it came to those sort of greens. But yeah, I keep forgetting about poor old Peach Pie. All right, and just making sure those score lines are nice and crisp because we want it to stay nicely folded. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to do this one again. I'll just make sure. Did I do them both sides? Can't remember. If else fails, just do it again. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do now is we are going to join them together, all right? So I'm just going to put glue on this. Hey Sharon, how are you? And we're just going to stick that together. So then we've got a nice big long one. Okay. All right. And then we're just going to fold that up like so. Now, there's something else I'm going to be doing now, which is a little bit different to another one that I did. I had to play around. You can see I've got this on the bottom here. The reason I have done that is because I don't want it to fan out too much. Now, I've got another one that I played around with. Like I said, I played around and worked out what would work for me and what wouldn't work for me. This one here is with a belly band. Okay, so this is where you get a choice. Do you want to do a belly band or do you want to just leave it like so? It's going to be on a stand like this, okay, and then you either have it fanning out really wide or just a little bit like I showed you in my other one. So this is a belly band, okay, which is A4, a half of A4 by 1.5. So what you got to do is this one folds out, but it doesn't have a little thing on the bottom. Now, can you see how it folds out? Like that. It's up to you if you want it that big. Entirely up to you. You can see I fiddled around with this. Wasn't exactly happy with how I decorated it. It's up to you if you want it that large or you want it to go in a little bit like so. If you do it this large, you can, if you don't have this attachment, which I'm going to be popping on, then you can fold that up and you can put a belly band on top, okay? All right? I'm not going to do that because I want to show you the next step that I'm going to be doing. So with this one here, I have got, where's my thing? A hinge, accordion hinge. Now it is 2.5 by 1, and I've scored it 1 and 1.5. Okay, so I'm just going to fold that. So what I'm going to do now is, I don't want this to go completely out like so, all right? I want it to just to look nice, like I have on the other one I showed you. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it on the bottom and put that over the top like that. And then I have a little bit more control of how far this will fan out. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put glue on either side of these. So glue on each of these, right? And then we're just going to place that bottom bit on the middle, and then we're just going to place them up like so. Okay? Just going to stick that. You with me? All right, and then that will fan out. Can you see how I've got more control of the fanning? It doesn't go crazy like you saw the other one. Okay, so that's what I've done there, all right? So let's bring in our base and we'll put these all together. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place these on either side. Can you see there's nothing to this? This is just going to be stuck together like that, and there is your accordion or concertina or whatever you call it, fun fold, but then we've got to stick it down, and which I'll show you how I did that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to glue this. I know it will hold with our multi-purpose glue. Just make sure your edges are going the right way, and we're going to place that on top like so. I'm just going to hold that, and then we're going to do the other side. Okay, am I with me? I sometimes have trouble explaining these things because I know what I'm doing, but getting the words out, sometimes it doesn't make sense. So just yell out if I'm not making sense. I can get back over it again. So I'm just doing the other side and then grabbing ours. Now just make sure, I just had to check then, just make sure you're not doing it upside down. Just make sure this is going the right way. We've got our top, our lid, and we're just going to place that on top like so. And then once that's done, then we can do our base, stick it on our base, and then we're just decorating. That is it. It is so simple. I was amazed. I thought, oh my God, this is going to be too hard. Will I do it for a live? And I had to play with it, and I thought, holy moly, this is just ridiculously simple. Okay. All right. And there we go. Pretty cool, isn't it? Now, you can see I need a bit more glue under there. I'll go back and do that later with some fine tip glue, but there we go. Isn't it cool? Okay, let's put that aside. We're going to go and do our base. I don't think I cut the base up. I don't think I did. Let's grab out some more shamrock. And we need some I've got some leftovers of scraps. So we're going to do our base of our card that I showed you before. Okay, grab my trimmer. Okay, the base is going to be, let's pop you out of there. The base is going to be 6 by 3, so 6 inches by 3 inches. So 6 by 3. All right, then we're going to do our layer. I've got some, actually, I'm not going to do a full sheet. I've got some left over from earlier, scrap. And then the layer is going to be 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. All right, that's going to go nicely on that, hopefully. It does. And then we're just going to go back to the white again. Hopefully this will be enough. And we're going to go 5 1/2. That's not enough. 5 1/2 by 2 1/2. No. All right, let me go and see if I've got some more scrap here. Got heaps of it. There we go. 5 1/2 by 2 1/2. Okay, and that's going to sit on top like so. Okay. All right. So let's stick these two together. And before I stick the white piece, I'm just going to pop a sentiment on. So it's just easier to do it now. Okay, and then this is going to go on top like so. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be getting out, if I can work out where the hell I did with my stamps and stuff. I know they're here because I showed them to you. I thought I'm doing pretty well. I hadn't lost anything. Oh, they're on the floor. How the heck they get down there, I do not know. All right. We're going to do Happy Easter. Okay. And I'll just get my piecing mat. I'm just going to place that on, and our basic black, or Memento black. Okay, and I'm just going to try and wing it by popping it in the middle. And just go there. Hopefully that's okay. So we've got our Happy Easter, and then we can just place that onto our base. All right. A little bit out, but doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad it makes sense. Thanks, Julie. Okay, so we need to put this on here, don't we? How do we do that? Well, we need some hinges. So you'll need 2 hinges, 1 by 3 inches, and you're scoring at 1 inch. So you've got your 1 inch score there and your 1 inch score here. Now, how we're going to be doing this now is this will be the same amount length of this. So what we're going to do is stick this on here, and this is just going to be stuck in here like that. Now, this one is not going to be floppy, going in and out. This one is going to be staying still. So I'm just letting you know that. Again, don't put this on if you don't want it to stay still. Okay, it is so simple. Like I said, I watched a French lady and do hers, and so I've done a little bit of hers and a little bit of Sam Calcott and made my own thing. So yeah, it's so simple. It looks difficult. You think, oh my gosh, that looks ridiculously hard, but it's so not. So we're just doing that on each side. Just make sure your hinges are facing the outside. Oh, good on you, Jen. Make sure your hinges are facing the outside. Okay. And then we're basically done our card, guys. We're just going to be decorating now once we've stuck these down. Now, these are going to go like so. I'm going to make sure I'm going to pop that up there. Can you see what I've done here? Once I stick these down, they're not going to go, you're not going to be able to fold these. So that's the one I'm doing. Just don't put this section here that I showed you before when we did the fan bit. Just don't put that on, and then you will be able to fold that in and out, and you can do a belly band if you want to. Obviously, we're not posting this, so that's why I thought I can't see the sense in doing that. So I'm just going to place mine. I don't want this to be completely wide like that, so it just depends on where I'm going to pop my hinges. So I think that looks not too bad. So I'm just going to put glue on the hinges here. You'd be amazed how sturdy this is. I'm going to be popping a whole heap of Easter eggs in here. That's a little bit too much glue. All right, so I want it about there. So I'm just going to place it back, and I'm just going to pop my hand on them like so. Okay, make sure that's straight. Now that looks a little bit ugly, doesn't it? That's what that looks like now. Let's make sure that goes right in. It looks ugly, so I don't like having those little bits seen. You could do it in white, but you'd still see them. So what I'm going to do now this is where I can't give you measurements because everyone's is going to be the same, is going to be different. So we have to measure this, all right? So we are looking at around about 3 7/8 for this one. So I'm just going to cut myself 3 7/8 from some scrap. So 3 7/8. Hopefully that will work. And I'm going to slide that in. No, I'm going to a little bit more, a little bit less. I'm just going to take a 1/16 off, and then we're just going to see if that will work. No, another 1/16. So we're looking basically at 3 1/4 for mine. Okay, like I said, it's different for every time you do this. Okay, I'm just forgetting the measurement there. I'm pretty sure it was 7/8. Yep, 7/8. So then I'm just going to do 7/8 along here. And then we are going to just push that, glue it, and then place that inside. It's supposed to slide in. Did I not do that right? Oh, it's still too big. Okay. We'll go to, how about we go to 5/8. 3 5/8. Let's see what that looks like. My measurements are off the plot today. And we're just going to flow that there. There we go. That looks nice. All right, we're just going to glue that. That way, it's just a housekeeping thing. You don't have to do that. You could do it in white, the hinge. But I just thought it looks nice in the colour that we've done the fan in. Okay, and we're just going to go up there like that. There we go. Oh, I've got glue everywhere. All right, I'll get rid of that, but we've got glue there, but I can get rid of that later. It's fine. So there we go. We have done the card, everyone. That's it. Can you see it won't move now? Again, it will move if you take this little bit off, okay? So there we go. We're just decorating. We've done our card, our box. So let's decorate. I've got all these little bits and pieces, little critters here. So, I had a bit of fun this afternoon. I was playing around with this afternoon when I was talking to one of my team members. We were crafting together this afternoon. Okay, so these are die cuts from the dies. I'm just going to put this out of the way. And I basically want to do these flowers. I don't know what they are. Are they tulips or something? Don't know. I've got all these carrots. They're from the Stampin' Dies. And I've got this little guy here. And I've done the bunny as well. I didn't know how long this would take tonight, so I just cut them all out myself and coloured them, cut them out. And then we've just come... There is a Easter egg stamp, but I just thought, well, I've got the designer series paper. I might as well just chop them up, only because I was lazy. I got to the case where I can't think of what colours to do the egg, so I thought, oh, this is just easier for me, just to do it this way. Okay, so I've got my Shy Shamrock alcohol blends, and I think for this one I did yeah, Flirty Flamingo, dark and light for the flowers. Okay, so I've just got 4 flowers here. Okay, is this dark? It is. Cool. So I'm just going to do a couple of layers of the dark. I'm not doing anything fancy. Bit rough with my colouring tonight, aren't I? I think don't need to. They just sort of don't even have to think about these. All right, I'm going to go back in with my light. I'm going to place you down a little bit more now. Okay, while that's wet, I'll just go back in with my dark again. All right, that'll do. That's enough. Just got to make sure your alcohol blends are wet, otherwise it won't do their magic of blending properly. So that's why I went in again with the dark, because it was dry. It's very warm in this room. Okay. That'll do, that one. And this one. All right, I'm just going to go back in a little bit more. I want a bit more darker. Is that dark? Oh, it's light. I thought that was wrong. Wasn't blending properly. Okay, so we got those. And then we're going to do our flowers. 1, 2, 3. Where's my fourth? I did have 4. So that's one walkabout. Looks like I only can do 4 flowers. Oh well. I could cut more out, but I'm not going to. All right, this is Flirty. Again, a colour I have not really used all that much. I'm not going to go up there because I'm going to be popping the flower over the top. So I just feel like, what's the point? It's only going to get covered up anyway. And I can be really messy up there. Okay. I don't really normally use Flirty all that much, but it's been my go-to lately, especially for summer. I'm liking it. Now, can you see this isn't blending well because it's dried pretty quickly. So I'm just going to go over again with my white quickly in there. There we go. Now it's blending. There you go. There you go. I don't want them all the same colour, but okay, there we go. All right, let's get these ones. I only need 3. I really wanted 4. And that's okay. I'll just work with it. You see, I'm not doing amazing colouring here because you just don't need to. I should have done this at the start, then it would be nice and dry. But then again, it's drying pretty quickly at the moment. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit in the bottom. I'm going to try and get 3 colours here. Okay, they seem to go okay. All right, done. Okay, so let's get a glue dot now and we'll place them on our flowers. So I'm just going to place them on here and this one. They're still a bit wet, so they probably won't stick. They're not sticking very well at the moment because they're still wet, which is annoying. I get impatient. Do you get impatient? I get impatient. I just thinking, come on, dry. I want you right now to work for me. All right, let's just see if that works now. Nah. All right, I'm just going to put them aside and we'll go and start decorating one side and then we'll go back and decorate the other. Okay, so we've got our little bunny here. Ah, there is my other one. We found it. All right, I'm going to do that because I really wanted 2. I wanted 4. I thought I was doing pretty well, not losing anything yet, but there you go. All right. And the dog's at it again. Hopefully you can't hear him. I have a dog that barks all the time. Doesn't take much to set it off. All right, that one will take a little bit to dry. I'll put that over there. Okay, let's go back to decorating. So we got this bunny. I thought one side we could do bunny, one side we could do the flowers. And stick this bunny in there. Now I did him with what did I do him with? Light grey granite and the blender pen. And then I just used light bubble bath to give him cheeks and for the pink up there. Okay, I thought maybe we could just stick him in here and then pop some carrots and stuff around him. Thought that might be fun. So let's put him on a dimensional and see where he's sitting. Looks pretty cute, doesn't he? All right, let's just see if I can do another dimensional in here without hindering. Yeah, I can. There we go. That's right on the edge of the box. Cute. Okay. Now, with Sam Calcott, she had a nice big sign going across here. Stampin' Up! Don't have anything that big, so I'm not doing that. You could do that if you wanted to. And then I've got these carrots, so I thought maybe we could stick these. Put one behind him. And then, I don't know, one over there perhaps. That'll do, I think. I mean, let's face it, whoever you're giving it to, they're just going to be interested in the chocolate, so. Oh, I forgot about these. Let's see if these work. Ah, they're sticking now, great. Yay. All right, I got sidetracked there, sorry. I needed a glue dot and I forgot about these. Okay, so let's go back to before I got distracted. Glue dot. And we'll just place these carrots because it's what I like to do. If I'm not sure where I'm going to place them, I like to do the old glue dot. And that way I can change it. Okay, and then maybe a bit hard to see. I'm looking through my phone what this looks like because the camera is right down on this. Why don't we just do that? Just have it going across like so. That'll do. There's a little mini. Put up a little mini up here. And we can just go across there like that. It's hiding half his tail, but that's okay. There we go. All right, let's see if these are ready to go. We've got one. Let's see if the other ones go now. Where'd they go? If they disappeared on me, I'll be annoyed. Oh, there they are. lucky last. This one. Whoop. Okay. All right, now we're just going to place them on here like so. I'm debating, do I stick them or do I use a glue dot? I'm going to use a glue dot simply because time is going, and I think it'll be a lot easier too, a lot less fiddly. So we'll just place one in here like that. They can go different ways. There's my other stem. Just pop it on here. There we go. We'll go this way this time, that way. Got one going that way, one going that way. Oh, this one came off. You're stubborn. Thank you. We're nearly there, everyone. Nearly there. Like I said, you wouldn't do this for any Tom, Dick and Harry. You just do this for someone special, family member or neighbour or teacher. Because a bit of work goes into this, so you just want to make sure they are appreciated. Okay, that goes there like that. All right, we've got that going. Okay, let's do the other side. Let's place these on here. That's not bad. Okay, I don't mind that. And then what do we do down the bottom? Might put some Easter eggs or something down there. Okay, so let's put a dimensional on this. I'm just going to sit it there. Dimensional on the other one. I'm going quite quick now. Okay, and then might spread that out a bit, mightn't we? Push that over. And then one in the middle. Not sure how this is going to look, but anyway. There we go. All right, now I might just chop. This might be a little bit too much, so I'm just going to chop that a little bit. And then we can put some Easter eggs. Look at these Easter eggs here. Let's place some Easter eggs along here. Let's see what this looks like. We got that one. I think the Easter egg placement's the hardest thing of all, to be quite honest. Maybe that, going over like that. That'll do. Okay, let's put a dimensional on that one. We'll just fold that over a little bit. I'm sitting that how did I have that before? I can't remember. Oh, that's the wrong side. And then, did I have something? I think I had, did I have a blue one there? I can't remember. And maybe that one. Maybe I'll go like that. That'll do. It'll do. It will do. go in there, and I think that can just go. Not my finest placement, can I tell you? Not my finest. But like I said, I will be here all night just trying to find a nice placement. And I'm starting to get that way. All right, glued up for that one. He's gonna, let's have a look. That'll do. I do have leftover carrot. It'd be cool if I could stick a carrot in there to go with that, but I'm not exactly happy how I've done that. But it is what it is, isn't it? All right, let's just pop this little guy down. And we can put some leftover Easter eggs. Oh, we've got a carrot. I've only got that colour and that left. I think that'll do. That'll do. Okay, dimensional on him. Now, I do have some glue there where he is. So I will move that afterwards when I put this up on our page. I'll make sure that's no glue there. It'll go. We do a mini for that. Okay, and then we just got to do our sentiment now, and I think we're done. We are done. Okay. We've got Happy Easter there. Where is my stamp set? I've got no idea the mess I have here. We've got For You. We could do that one. If I have got For You. Oh, did I misplace that? Maybe I might have to put it on later on. Oh, I can't find my stamp set for You. I will find it. There'll be For You going up in one of the, either this side or this side. Might be this one, seeing as I filled this side up, okay? And then, like I said, you've got writing to go on the back, okay? All right, let's test this and fill it up with Easter eggs. I'm very proud of myself. I haven't eaten any of these. Let's fill them up. Whoa. I quickly nicked out today to go buy some. I haven't bought Easter eggs yet. I thought if I have them in the house, I'll eat them. And that's not good. All right. You see it fits a lot of Easter eggs. I should have counted them, shouldn't I? I'm opening another packet. These are just from Coles. I'll put another one in there. I can. There we go. There we go. It holds it. So we are done, except for a sentiment, which I will find. So there we go. What do you think? Like I said, you can put this in a box if you wanted to make up a box and pop it in, or just give it to the person, whatever you like. But it holds a lot of chocolate eggs. There we go. All right, I'm going to place it back over. We got there in the end. I have no idea what time it is. What is it? 9:22. Wow. Just as well I did the colouring beforehand. I hope you enjoy seeing that get made. Like I said, it's so easy. Really, really, really easy. I will finish off making this one. This is from the new set from the Designer Series paper. And I'll be using, what's that set called? I can't remember. I'll pop it up. I'll be finishing this up and I'll pop that up through the week. This is from the new online exclusives that is out. So there we go. One Easter egg done. Easter egg thing. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Again, I would have it. It doesn't have to be a kid for me. Cutesy can be anyone to me. So thank you all for joining me on on this night. I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't think many of you would be on tonight. You'd be all on stage. So thank you. It was great to be able to be with you all tonight. Okay, that's it from everyone. I'll pop these up through the week. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me. And I will see you all next Thursday. Bye.